Comedy one, I'm clear.
There are some jobs where the unexpected becomes the expectation.
You could come in, it could be a nice quiet day, or you can come in and be running from call to call to call.
Sergeant Jeremiah Gates loves that part of the job. Every day, a new adventure on the streets of Arapahoe County.
Right. Never have any idea what to expect, especially if you're on patrol.
But Sergeant Gates isn't your typical cop, because tucked inside a backpack in his squad car is a small tool that's serving a big purpose.
All right, so right now I'm trying to work on entry into the building.
With a keen eye and careful hands, Gates guides his drone through the front doors and into a building.
And then once I get inside, I start looking around to see what's in here. What do I need to find? So I can see inside right now, inside the building, that I've got multiple closed doors.
While this operation is just a test, in real life, Gates is now doing this a handful of times each year, instead of putting deputies or a canine in harm's way.
Before we send them in and put them in danger, I can fly a drone inside the building and then get eyes inside, look for the suspect, potentially find the suspect, and then that way we can direct the SWAT team right to where they're at.
Learning to fly like this doesn't happen overnight.
Have you crashed it today? Okay.
Each pilot goes through regular training.
Are we going around the building?
Including how to navigate tight spaces.
There you go.
14 deputies are now certified to fly. Last year, they used a drone on more than 70 calls. Some of those were indoors. But it's outside that Gates says the drones serve their biggest purpose: thermal imaging and high-powered cameras, allowing them to search for suspects and missing people, or even track a car from miles away.
So what I did is, sitting right here, I zoomed all the way in at the intersection of Hampton and Gun Club, and it's got 128 zoom. They'd have no idea that we were there doing that.
And that's where some see concerns.
There is no reason that law enforcement should have access to consistent footage and recording of our everyday lives.
Anaya Robinson and the ACLU of Colorado say they're concerned about the privacy implications of police drone use.
I mean, we have a right to some semblance of privacy in this country as individuals, right? And the use of drones when it's unregulated, when we don't know that it's being used, when we don't know why it's being used, can really cross that line.
Sergeant Gates says he understands the concerns.
I actually hear about that a lot. People ask if I'm using these drones to search in their backyard. I'm not. I'm not looking at what you're doing in your yard. I'm not looking at what you've got in there.
He says if they were to search a yard, they would need a warrant, the same way they would on the ground. So far, he says the drones haven't been used in this capacity. Instead, Gates says the focus is on public safety, a viewpoint he hopes people trust and understand.
It's the wave of the future. This is where it's going to go at some point.
Department's now testing out something that's never been done in Colorado: staging drones at strategic locations to respond to 911 calls through the air before deputies on the ground can arrive. We'll show you what that looks like coming up at 9:30.